From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engines, this is Pit Pass.
Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Thanks for joining us this week for another edition of Pit Pass. We start the show off on a somber note. Dave Potts, the owner and operator of Marion Center Speedway since 1965, passed away on Wednesday, June 13th. Our condolences to his family and friends, including his children who also manage the Speedway. Mr. Potts was 87. Now here's what's coming up on this week's Pit Pass. It's a night full of racing from Friday night's program at Lernerville Speedway as the time draws closer to the annual Firecracker 100. Mahoning Valley Speedway is under new management for 2012 and beyond. Jan Miller has the details. And it was the Mahoning Modified Madness Series from the Speedway on Saturday. Highlights and winners' interviews still ahead. My first stop this weekend was at Lernerville Speedway on Friday night. So let's pick up the action, starting with the big block modifieds. Dean Pearson would lead the field to the green for their 25-lap feature event. Outside pole sitter Kevin Bolin quickly establishes himself at the front of the pack. While Pearson settles into second, the 45 of Steve Fetter races the red 17 of Skip Moore for the third spot. Dave Murdoch in the 61 tries to squeeze under Moore in turns 3 and 4. On the next lap, Murdoch slides high and loses several positions as he rejoins the field. Brian Schwartzlander in the 83 slides off the backstretch while racing the 03 of Mark Frankhauser for position. Schwartzlander would roll to a stop a lap later to bring out the yellow. On the lap 5 restart, Bolin gets a great jump on Pearson, with Fetter still running in third. The 11 of Brad Rapp and 37 of Jeremiah Shingledecker get by Moore on the exit of turn 2. During this race, Bolin would build up a considerable lead while Pearson and Fetter ran second and third. Schwartzlander sliced his way through the pack after restarting at the tail of the field during an earlier caution period. It looked like Bolin had this win in the bag until suddenly slowing on the backstretch with mechanical problems on lap 19. On the restart, Pearson and Fetter, who had waged a spirited battle for second just laps earlier, were now in a position for a win. Rapp tries to split the lead cars going through 1 and 2. Shingledecker also joined the mix. Fetter started to pull away slightly going down the backstretch. Pearson dives into turn 3 while Fetter slides high. There's contact. Fetter retains the lead, but Pearson loses second to Rapp. A lap later, Pearson has retaken second place from Rapp and shoots to the outside of Fetter, who bobbles off of turn 2. Dean Pearson would hold off Steve Fetter to pick up his first ever modified win at Lernerville. Dean, congratulations. After 30 years here, you finally picked up your first feature win.
Yeah, I mean, we really worked hard for it, and it was quite a race at the end there. I just can't believe I won.
Yeah, you and Fetter had a great battle for second. It looks like you were going to decide that. What did you think when Bolin slowed down, pulled off?
Well, I knew it was a heck of a race for second, and then when I seen Bolin off of there, I said, man, this is going to be a tough couple of laps.
And you and Fetter did put on quite a show there to race for the lead.
Yeah, I tried sliding underneath him down here in 3 and 4, and I kind of got into him a little bit there, trying to give him a slide job, and then he tried to protect the bottom, and I needed the top, and he gave me the top back, and if he would have stayed up there, I don't think I would have won.
Now, after 30 years, I mean, did you ever think this is never going to happen?
Oh, yeah, I thought, this is my last year of racing, and I thought, well, I'm going to be leaving here, and I'm not going to get the win,
And you have a very small team here. It's just you and your wife. She looked pretty happy in Victory Lane.
She sure did. She sure fought through a lot of stuff down here. We've had a lot of disappointment down here. I broke my back twice down here, and to get a win's really rewarding.
So here's your top 5 in the modifieds. It's Dean Pearson, followed by Steve Fetter, Jeremiah Shingledecker, Brad Rapp, and Brian Schwartzlander, who came back to finish 5th. Early on in the late model feature, it looked like if you had a number 1 on your car, you had a good chance to win. The 1J of Davey Johnson paced the field from the drop of the green. Here he is followed by the 1s of Jared Miley and Mike Pager. The number 111 of Brian Schwartzlander ran 4th. Another number 1 with a strong run was Chubb Frank. Here he tries to take a spot from Clay Copeman. While Davey Johnson checked out on the field, Chub Frank would continue to pick up spots. Here he takes second from Pegger with 4 laps to go. Davey Johnson cruised to an easy victory. The ones of Frank, Pegger, and Miley were second through fourth. The 0-3 of Doug Eck was fifth. Once again, congratulations to Dean Pearson on his first ever modified win at Lernerville Speedway after 30 years of trying. Now, we will go back to Lernerville later in the show for more highlights, but here's what's coming up next. Jan and I make a trip to Mahoning Valley Speedway. It's their triple 25s for the modifieds, and we catch up with their new promoter, Floyd Santee. Keep it here.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVaytown. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.